Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Ruler Waves 3 as Japan. So, even though we basically just finished off our war with China last part we also immediately basically found, well, not necessarily immediately, but we fairly quickly found ourselves in another war, this time against Russia. Now, in this case, Russia only has one thing that we really give a crap about, and that would be taking Sakhalin. Beyond that, they don't have anything that we really want. So we'll take that, and that'll basically be it. Hopefully we'll take that via invasion, and then we can just kind of take war reps, which is always nice because that's a free, basically permanent boost to your economy. It's not a significant boost, but it is a bit of a boost, and it adds up over time. So we'll take Sakhalin, hopefully via invasion, and then any future wars basically that we have with Russia and China are just kind of farming war reparations. But let me go ahead and get my timer started. There we go. Also, I think I turned off the Windows sound setting that, you know, allowed it to do the ding stuff whenever there was like an invalid button press. But last part, we also had a surprise attack, our first surprise attack of the campaign against Russia at Korsakov here. We did okay, could have been better. We unfortunately lost one of our battleships, so we can't get rid of another one of these Fuso class ships because they're absolute garbage in my opinion. But oh well, we're stuck keeping them for just a tad bit longer. And we're just kind of going to be attempting to get as many victory points as we can while we wait for the US to hopefully, you know, join us. And then after the US joins, we will hopefully get France to join us as well. Because France is allied with America and we're allied with America. So hopefully, you know, getting both will get us what we need. But we have our second actual fight of the war. Let's try to find the Russian fleet. Found them. They're a little bit off the course that I was expecting. Claiming an armored cruiser, but I don't know if they have armored cruisers here. Now we're claiming it's a light cruiser, which is even easier to deal with. Now we do have our fancy Azumos here. We did also lose one of our Azumos, unfortunately, I believe, as well during that that attack, which also kind of sucked. But we're still gonna continue on. We will be just, you know, getting our revenge. Would love it if I didn't have to have the Iwate in this fleet, because it's not very good. It's kind of slowing us down a little bit, so we're gonna have to try to do some damage to their engine or something. Otherwise, we're literally not going to be able to catch up to them. Our max speed is 19 with the armored cruisers. Their max speed is 21 with this ship design. Unfortunately, our guys are not very accurate. Of course, it also doesn't help that a bunch of ships are shooting at the same target because there's not very many targets to choose from. Now, okay, that's a little bit closer to a true light cruiser with 6-inch guns. So I don't know if I really want to try to maybe send the destroyers forward to see if we can get a torpedo in, which will allow the rest of the ships to be able to catch up more than likely. Cruiser 1 misunderstands signals. Wonderful. Well, at least you're still roughly heading in the right direction, even if you are just a tad bit off. Okay, destroyer division also then proceeds to, fail at understanding what they've been asked to do. You know what? We're going to go ahead and send destroyer division 4 forward. Squadron Max, try to get in there. Do some sort of damage with your shitty little 3-inch guns that I don't even think have, any actual penetration capability. So you're going to have to try to get a hit in somewhere where they have literally no armor. And then you guys proceed to screw up. Okay, fun. Okay, who is slowing us down? The Yakumo. Wonderful. I'm just going to go ahead and, tell you guys. Just keep going. And if the Yakumo is unable to keep up, then the Yakumo is unable to keep up. You don't have very many destroyers right now, so I'm going to tell you to head home. Okay, there we go. We seem to have finally forced him to break off. Well, not break off, but to slow down enough so the Izumo can actually close. And use its powerful, if low quality, 10-inch guns. I think that was a 5-inch hit there. 5-inch hit. Izumo took a hit to the engine room. Damn it, the Izumo is not able to fire its forward gun. And the rear gun doesn't quite have the arc, and damn it, your rudder broke. Well, didn't break, but I got stuck. Really, game? Yes, the ship that is currently stuck going in circles is going to manage to successfully, thank you game, manage to successfully take over command. That makes so much sense. I don't know why they rejoined. They really shouldn't have. Night is coming, so we're gonna have a hard time finding this guy if he manages to get away from us. Because of course it's too early to have radar. If we could just get some hits in, seriously. Just a few hits. Okay, there we go. Looks like we got a couple hits in finally. Don't think that's gonna hit, but we'll fire it anyway, and if it does, wonderful. Yakumo should have a decent shot there. Seems to have been a dud. The Zumo tried to get your revenge, and that one also just kind of plinked off the side. You don't have a firing arc just yet. And that doesn't, I don't think that's a good firing arc, but maybe. Nope, that seems to have missed. Oh, you have a shot. There we go. Finally got a hit. And you guys are actually kind of getting in each other's way. That is not a good firing solution. That is much better. You're not going to hit with a high speed. You need to go to low. He's literally just outside of range of a high. You need to go to low. The Yakumo is being captained by an idiot, is the simplest way to describe that. You know what? I'll take the we got freaking ludicrous amounts of prestige because we just farmed a whole boatload of it off of China before. Perhaps we can offer some economic or material aid to help the US decide that they're willing to join us against Russia. They'd still tell us to fuck off. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mark. I was, totally not hopeful that you would join me. It's, you know what? Even though we're in the middle of a war, it never hurts to, look into new designs. And you know what? Yeah, we're going to do a 9-inch. Actually, wait, am I... Oh, I'm already doing a design study. Never mind, I forgot. Oh, we're embarking. And they're going to resist, because of course they are. But hey, at least we're managing to get the invasion going. That's a significant improvement. Oh my god, this is a disaster of a fleet organization. This is absolutely atrocious. Okay, where do we need to get them? To there. Okay, that's easy enough. Now they have no escort, it should be noted. We just don't have enough ships to actually give the transports an escort. So, if they sneak a small group of light cruisers or something past us, then they get free reign to sink our transports. But that'll never happen, right? There's no way that could happen. Okay, we're going to fight them in the rain. Luckily, we have a fair bit of time until night falls. I'm going to slightly readjust our heading. You know what? The slower ships like the Fuji... God damn, they put the... Why did you put the Yashima with the Hatsushi, Asahi, and Suo when you could have easily put it with the Fuji? Why? Seriously. And I really wish that I could just tell you to detach and join up with this other one. Because you shouldn't be there. There's literally no good reason for putting you in that fleet. You're just slowing the rest of the fleet down. Overcast now, so again, we're going to have a hard time seeing them. Land installation spotted. I mean, that's not in a position where it really matters. If it was up here, it would certainly be worth destroying, but it's not. I'm not a fan of the fact that we have not found their fleet yet. I will let the Azuma, I think, move in to engage that 6-inch gun battery, though. Because why not? Somebody, you know what, the Azumi, you're gonna roughly go back towards the transports to serve as an escort. Because we don't seem to be finding them. the enemy is not here. Also, this is a very fancy coastal battery you guys got. It's actually got armor. A lot of times these coastal defenses tend to just kind of be blank, in my experience. Yeah, you know, because they're usually these like 4-inch field batteries. That's what I was thinking of. These are the totally light cruisers, I swear. Did you have one of your guns jam? Yes. Okay, good. You didn't actually get penetrated by a 4-inch gun battery. Where the hell are their ships? You know what? Actually, I'm going to tell you guys, go to max speed, force the Yashima to break off due to not being able to keep up. Unebi, how about you go up there and join up with dealing with those 4-inch field batteries. Okay, that's the true light cruiser with 5-inch guns. I don't know where the hell their ships are. Like, they are legitimately nowhere to be seen. There we go. Yeah, forced to break off. We're going to try to keep it as far away from its actual division as we possibly can. There's the transports, as far as we can tell, completely unharassed. So I don't know what the fuck their fleet's doing, unless it got stuck on this side of the peninsula or something. Which, I mean, I suppose is possible with pathfinding. It's just a little bit weird. Turn a little bit more. I want you to get the rear gun on target. There we go. I mean, presumably they have battleships. Our intel swears that they have 11 battleships in Northeast Asia. And they may be slow. I'll admit that, they may be slow. But really? We are not finding them at all? Just absolutely zero indications of enemy ships? I mean, really? Zero. Now these guys are a max speed of 8, so we're gonna have our guys slow down and match their speed. If you're behind them, you're gonna speed up a little bit. The Yashima is gonna actually turn around to go and help and deal with that 6-inch gun battery. Is, you know what we'll say. You guys turn around and slow down to 7 because you are ahead of the transports. Need to give them an opportunity to catch up. We're just not doing a good job dealing with that thing. Unebi, turn around, go north. How about you finish off one of them? We claim this one has heavy damage. Let's finish it off, maybe. That just seems like a reasonable thing to do, in my opinion. Sorry, are you on fire? No, okay, you look like you're on fire, but you're not. Suma took a hit to the conning tower. God, the 6-inch gun battery is stupidly well defended. 4 inches of belt armor, we claim. I mean, are we really not able to pen that? Oh. We're not actually, in fact, able to pen that. I think only our battleships, and I mean the good battleships, have the penetration to be able to pen 4 inches of belt armor, so we're just kind of hitting it with a shit ton of high explosives and hope that maybe, possibly. Okay, that one's on fire, good. Battleship, change target. Go for the one that's not on fire. I think the one that's on fire is, done on its own. Okay, you guys slow down to 7 knots because you are ahead of the targets. Actually, you know what? You can do 8. You guys slow down to 8. You guys slow down to 8. You guys slow down to 6. Oh. You need a turn. Zuma needs a turn. Is that... Okay, that turret's just jammed, not destroyed. Good. I don't know where their ships are and what they're doing, but I guess we're just going to destroy these gun batteries, basically. Particularly the ones around the landing site. And you know what? The Yakumos are going to, I think, head off towards the port. Slow you guys down. Go down to about 5 knots. That should give you maximum time on target. Firing an unspotted battery. Is it really unspotted? I mean, you guys claim it's right there. It can't really be an unspotted battery when you can claim and fire on the location. Because presumably you at least have some idea as to why you say it's there. You know what, the Azuma's also going to go and join you. Although the Azuma's slow. What the hell happened to the Azuma? Oh, it took a couple of hits to the engine. You know what, the Azuma's actually going to go ahead and say, I've done my job, and it's going to sail into Wakanai. Again, I don't know what the hell happened to their fleet, but they just apparently decided to not actually bring it out or something. No, you need to go up here. Because I've got something with 6 inches, or excuse me, a 6-inch gun battery that needs to be destroyed. You guys can go down to cruising speed, that's fine. Okay, so our transports are going to arrive completely unmolested by the enemy. Which is, you know... Oh, 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 oh. Found their ships. They're not anywhere near where anybody expected them to be. Because it is the absolute wrong place to be. But we found them. And I guess we can try to send the fleet down there to deal with them now. Can you maybe try to identify what's there? We're going to say 4 battleships. Nope, more than that. Many, many more than that. Okay, that's literally all their battleships. Unfortunately, it is night, so you're going to have to get closer to be able to keep an eye on them. I'm surprised we got 0 reports. Okay, and I think they're firing on the Azuma now. But the Azuma's going to have to keep an eye on them. You guys turn around. Turns out you went the wrong way. I mean, you didn't literally go the wrong way. It's just... why the hell would I expect them to be sailing into my port? Unless they're wanting to surrender. And I'd be more than happy to accept their surrender if that's what they're going for. You can, try to break off. Thank you. I don't need you to get sunk Azuma. We already lost an Azuma. I don't really feel like losing another. So I guess we'll be... oh, scheisse. Turn off before they have a chance to react. And then turn around. Nope. Turn just a little too soon. Okay, good thing we have torpedoes on most of our stuff. And by most of our stuff, I mean basically everything I design has torpedoes. Because, if we sink their battleships here, we will actually be able to blockade them. Can't fault them for that, but it does still annoy me. Zuma's gonna sail into port. You guys have 4 torpedoes. That's gonna be a collision. Nope, we're gonna just narrowly avoid a collision there. Okay, the Asama took a torpedo, apparently. But it... okay, I don't know what kind of fucking torpedo the Russians are using, but they're apparently crap. Let's see how they like ours. I think ours missed. That would have been the perfect opportunity for it to hit, game. Nope, that was a dud. Well, I'm assuming it was a dud. It certainly wasn't a hit. Okay, that one was a hit, though. You don't have a torpedo on that side. But the Matsushima does. Oh shit, the Asahi just took a torpedo. But again, it's... I don't know what kind of fucking torpedoes the Russians are using, but they're not very good at the whole, you know, sinking thing. They're not doing much damage, is what I'm trying to say. And I mean, granted, it probably helps that the Asahi has, oh well, okay, that one actually kind of hurt. 194 flooding, damn. I guess the other one was a through and through. Yeah, Asahi, you're gonna break off and go to port if you don't mind, because that one... Oh shit, are we gonna get another collision? Nope, we're gonna narrowly avoid a second collision with a Russian battleship. Do you have a firing arc on this one? You say no, but I'm inclined to disagree. I think you have... Oh, no, you do, but that's also potentially going to hit a friendly... God, that was so close. I probably shouldn't have even bothered firing it, but I just kind of did anyway. Sama, you're going to break off because you're not doing too hot. I think you've probably taken... well, part of your issue is that both your freaking guns are jammed, so you're going to break off until you fix that little issue. Okay, rest of the fleet can also start sailing down here because I'm pretty sure our ships have arrived. Right? No, we're still considering this a pending order, apparently. We have a couple of transports that are just refusing to actually get close enough to be considered at the landings. Okay, the Suet just took a torpedo too. Well, that didn't really hurt. Well, okay, that's not true. That did hurt. You're going to break off after firing that torpedo, which missed, unfortunately. So, no revenge, which sucks. I want to sink the big one here. Given the opportunity, I want to sink the big ones. I don't think you have a firing arc. He's turning off, it looks like, so probably not going to hit. That one, those ones could if we get lucky, but I don't think so, but we'll try it. Chiyoda's going to break off because you're at 50% damage, and I don't feel like losing any of our ships if we can avoid it. We don't have that big of a lead over them, and especially since we're not really sinking their ships all that much. Ooh, you are not doing too hot. Let's see if you can get a... That miss. You don't have torpedoes on that side. Fun. Then we're going to go for the other one. Oh, nope, you actually did, and you fired it yourself, and you actually managed to get a hit and set them on fire. Wonderful. Eesh, those battleships, or those, destroyers aren't doing too hot. Ooh, Chiyoda's on fire. It's only one tick, but their structure's not doing great either, so they may sink. You need to turn more. I think you fired your torpedo annoyingly. Okay, your torpedo's on the other side. Which means you might have a shot at this one now. Is the Suet actually going at high speed? Oh yes, it is. Holy crap. Yeah, slow down. We'll say 7 knots. Izumo can turn back because your guns are no longer jammed. Izumi's gonna sail in. We got a torpedo hit on you. I assume you fired your rear torpedo. Tick. Ah. Lucky bastard, got a hit off. And you didn't manage to get revenge. That's going to hit, so we're not going to bother firing that. Stop turning. I only have side torpedo tubes. I can't hit you if you're not, you know, broadside on with me. Where's the objective marker again? Because, again, our frickin' transports are refusing to actually hop on the objective. I mean, this is not a fun fight for us, but you know what? If we take out 2 or 3 of their battleships, I won't complain too much. I would love to have taken those out with less losses. But we'll survive. Probably. That mess. Damn it, the Yashima got close enough. Break off just a little bit. You need to turn more. Thank you. Need... Oh, well, he turned off, so you're going to turn off too, because he probably fired a torpedo. I don't think that's going to hit. I don't think that's the right heading. Now, if you fired that at low speed, it might have hit, potentially, but probably not. Actually, now that I think about it, probably wouldn't have. Where the hell are you going? Wrong way. I mean, I would say that we have... That looks like 4 transports game. I see 3 transports here. 3 transports there. Last I checked, 3 plus 3 equals 6. 6 is more than 4. Therefore, that objective should have been met. But maybe my math is bad. I don't know. But last I checked, that should be fulfilled. You're going to break off and head to port. Or at least try to. You need to turn off, or well, not turn off, but turn up. Shit, did you take a hit to the engine room? Yes, you did. Let's see if maybe you can get a torpedo off in passing. Nope, because they're turning off. Oh, nope, and you actually managed to do it. Wonderful. And that one ain't doing so hot, but you need to turn off because you need to get away. At least try to, a little bit. Well, we're going to go ahead and consider this a job well done, and we're just kind of going to, I think, head to port now. We're going to cut our losses. We sunk a couple of their battleships, but we lost a fair few cruisers in the exchange. But battleships are worth a lot more. As long as we don't lose any of our battleships, I'm willing to consider that a job well done. Oh. Yeah, you guys picked a bad time to, I think, try to go past us. Because I just managed to torpedo one of your guys' just a couple more times. Not that I think it's enough to sink them. But they're certainly not having a fun time. Day is back. We just need to get into port. Can you just a tad bit faster? Nope, that's still your max speed. Ah, damn. Okay, and we'll let that just kind of take us through the rest without all the constant pauses. Now, since the game apparently does not wish to consider our guys to have successfully actually, reached the objective for some reason, this invasion is probably going to be a failure. I don't know. I don't know why the game decided that 6 transports literally inside the ring for the objective marker does not count as fulfilling the objective. Yes, I realized that there were the freaking 4-inch gun batteries there. But were they really a threat? Were they really? At that point? Okay, well, it's apparently still a victory for us, which means it may still count. But yeah, we sunk 4 of their battleships. They supposedly had 11 here, our intel claimed. And that does add up, yes. So they had 5 lightly damaged, 2 heavily damaged, and 4 sunk. So yeah, they do in fact have 11, or, well, did. Yep, okay, since that was considered still a victory for us, it still counts. And the invasion is considered a success, even though it's not really. And the US says, hey, I just saw that you sunk 4 Russian battleships. Let me join your war. So US is on our side. Italy will be joining at some point, annoyingly. Well, that's not true. Italy may join at some point. If we finish the war quickly enough, they won't join. We don't have the 80 blockade strength necessary. But we may be able to, deal with this not too bad. That from this division. The Chiodas are the ones that I want for 5 inches. Yes. So Cheetahs are going to get their own as well. Or whatever destroyers still exist, because, we don't have a whole lot of them. We still don't have 400-ton destroyers, right? Here it is. Nope, we still don't have 400-ton destroyers. You know what? These only take 9 months, and I need bit more just kind of stuff to fill out the space. Okay, this one they're going to fight. I didn't pay attention to what it was. Okay, convoy raid, that's easy enough. Especially since they would... I think they had a single light cruiser that we never found. In that last battle. I mean, they might have brought a couple more stuff now since then, but nonetheless, I think this should be easy enough to take care of. They shouldn't have their battleships, is what I'm saying. In theory. Sir. Have our armored cruiser go for your armored cruiser and see how you like it. And our light cruisers are going to just kind of sail on through. There's your light cruisers. Find the transports. Sink the transports. And he's already on fire. Yeah, these armored cruisers just don't have enough armor, really, in my opinion. 4 inches isn't bad. Technically, it's sufficient for our guns. I don't know if they have -1 quality, whatever. Well, they're using 8-inch guns. Jesus, I don't even know if 8-inch guns currently at this point in time would be able to realistically penetrate us, actually. I legitimately don't know that. But we're going to go ahead and turn off because that hurt. Our armored cruisers will now go and hunt down their light cruisers, and you know what? Our destroyers, I think, will be more than enough to finish this guy off. If they can get a torpedo hit in. Thank you for deciding to have issues with following your orders at that exact moment in time. Let's try this again. That's not going to hit. Which means the Kaze is already out of torpedoes. Did I not just tell you to... Okay, I thought I might have clicked cancel on accident. Okay, well, transports are sunk. Wonder, where's the light transport? Or the, excuse me, light cruisers? He possibly hit? There we go. Dead in the water, although you're all out of torpedoes, so, sell to, Wakanai, or however it's pronounced. Find the light cruisers wherever they went, if we can. It's fine if we can't. They're just a nice bonus to sink. Because I want to get rid of... Oh, that... Okay, well, somebody fired at us, so I think that was, Yep, found the light cruiser. One of them. I could have sworn they had 2. But doesn't matter. Just need to sink you. I'm assuming that their armored cruiser will not be managing to, pick up enough steam to be able to make it to port, so it will sink. Even if it's not, where we've left it. Of course, Destroyer Division 1 misunderstands. Okay, you guys turn back around. Six-inch gun hit. We have... I'm sorry, 6-inch gun hit. Did I read that right? Oh, okay. Oh, these are different classes. The Toki was a Tokiwa. Okay. I'm like, wait, we don't have 6-inch guns on the Yakumo? And, it's ships of its class, but that's because these are actually two completely different classes. Okay, never mind then. That explains things. That explains things perfectly. And dead in the water. Wonderful. Just how I like them. You don't have a firing arc. Even though I think you should have. There we go. You do. Wonderful. Hit. You know what? Personally, I'm okay with just saying everybody head back to port because we sunk the transports. I'm sure they got a couple that made it through, but I'm fine. And those guys will probably sink before we get far enough away. Whatever's left over, so. Although, daytime's coming, so we could try to hunt them down if I cared enough to, but I really don't. Yep. And one light cruiser is lightly damaged, and okay, we actually did officially sink all 15. "12-inch guns, good for you. And they're fast. Well, actually, they're the same speed as the Shikishimas. With 11.5 inches. Okay, half an inch less belt armor compared to our Shikishimas. Although, granted, they're like 4,000 tons lighter as well, so... they may in some ways be better in that regard. Also, you know what? Speaking of Britain, what do you have? You have Central Rangefinder. That makes me so happy. I think after this war is over, we're going to send some of the Shikishimas off to get a refit in a British shipyard. But that's going to have to wait a little while. Because obviously this war is probably not ending anytime soon. Okay, we have the minimum of 80 blockade strength, so we could theoretically blockade them. But I don't think we have the more than 110% of enemy strength, at least right now. We need a little bit longer for that. Although that's probably not too far off. If we sink some more of their ships, that'll speed things up significantly. If the US would send a couple of ships my way... You got an armored cruiser in the Central Pacific. I'm sure you could spare it. Unfortunately, France and Russia are not getting upset enough with each other. You're going to decline that. I will decline that one because I don't care to fight it, nor do I care to fight that one. I will fight a cruiser action if you're willing to. Ooh, weight savings, wonderful. And oh, Well, it seems we don't actually have to send our ships off to a British shipyard, because we just got Central Rangefinder ourselves. And we took Sakhalin without too many issues. That was what, like 2 turns? 1 to invade, then enemy fortifications are delaying our troops, and then literally took it the next turn. Were they really delaying our troops, or were our troops just kind of being a little lazy? Because I'm inclined to say our troops are probably being just a little bit lazy. In a battle in the South American west coast between Russia and US navies, the Russian ship CL Vovoda has been sunk, and in exchange the US lost 2 light cruisers. That's not a great trade, America. That's not a great trade. Still not blockading them. I think they brought some more ships. Oh yeah, they definitely brought some more ships. Okay. Where are they at now? Oh, but the US does have something here. Oh hey, I think it's that light cruiser from Central America that I mentioned. But we're still not quite there at more than 110% of enemy strength. Mostly because they brought some more ships over. I got a fair bit in the Indian Ocean that I assume they're going to bring over. Particularly because we're fighting Russia, they don't have really anywhere else they can fight. They could, well, actually, it's possible some of these ships that are in the Northeast Asia could be just kind of passing through to go to the Northern Pacific. Because they do have Kamchatka. And the US does have the Eastern Aleutians. So there is a reason for the US and Russia to fight in the Northern Pacific Sea region. I don't know if Russia, is sending any of their ships there, but they could. If Russia refuses to do so, the US could, of course, proceed to then send their ships that they have in the Northern Pacific to Northeast Asia to assist us, which, I wouldn't complain. It would help. But we got about 3 minutes left on the clock, and so we're going to end this part here. I will see you all next time, where we will be continuing our, 5-year early Russo-Japanese war? Because that was 1904, 5, something like that? Yeah, February 1904 to September 1905. And this war has been going for 5 months. It is August, so this war started in, what was it? No, that would make it March, right? Yeah. That would be March of 1899. So yeah, it's started about 5 years early. Of course, that means it'll end 5 years earlier. Well, presumably. Russia could just choose to be a dick and refuse to leave. Now, granted, I don't care to fight Russia anymore. I took what I wanted off them. If I get the option to, get even a lackluster peace deal, I'd probably take it, honestly. I'm not gonna do what we did with China, where every time it gave me the pop-up, I would choose to say, no, we can get even more from them if we fight for just a few more months. No, I'll probably say, if we can get something amicable, I'm willing to concede and just take what we got, because I don't care to take anything else. Kamchatka doesn't matter to me. I don't care to be in the Northern Pacific, honestly. I just don't. The US can take that if they want it. I would kind of like to get this war over with. So I will see you all next time. Until then, goodbye and farewell.